spotlight, Hollywood frights. Tough guys gonna fight, sometime love can bite. Yeah. Car chases and sucking faces, starships battles with alien races. Make you laugh out loud, make you feel real proud. Animated delights and heroes in tights. Yeah. Movies so plenty you can watch all night, and all of them gonna be in the spotlight.
Hello, everybody. Happy holidays, and welcome to another edition of In the Spotlight. I'm Kyle Pierson.
And I'm John Horton, and we have got a little bit of a different thing going on here today. We're not going to review movies. We're not going to tell you top things about movies you don't give a shit about. We're not going to interview anybody. We're going to bring you some news. Something, well, actually, it is kind of things they might not know about because it's news.
I hope so. We're trying to cut through the clutter and tell you what really is coming out. Because if you go on Facebook, they've got posters, like we've mentioned before, AI posters, and that's all they do. They just make these posters and they put them up there, and people comment on whether or not they believe it, whatever. They're making a fortune making fake posters because you people will just talk back and forth and what's going on and what's, and like, no, this is bullshit. No, it's not as real. So we're going to help cut through the clutter, because when you see a poster for Freddy versus Michael Myers coming out in November of 2025, it's not happening. There's no Annabelle versus Chucky movie in the works. So when you see posters online, do a little bit more digging. If your your local theater hasn't distributed the poster or the trailer, don't believe it. If it's not from a Paramount Pictures or an A24 or Universal Studios, don't believe it. Believe us.
Yes.
We're never
wrong.
We would never steer you wrong. So here we go. John, take it away.
It is factual. It is factual that the Carrie TV series is real. Carrie TV series is coming. Looks like it was going to be coming 2026. It is directed by Mike Flanagan. You've heard of Mike Flanagan, Kyle?
Yes, I have.
He's done quite a bit of stuff. He's like the new poster child for horror directors, because he's done a lot of horror stuff. In fact, he's done like 3 Stephen King things before this. What was it he did? He did Dr. Sleep. Okay. He did Gerald's Game, that was a direct streaming. And there's another Stephen King one that I never heard of until I looked it up today, The Life of Chuck.
Yeah, I heard. I think does Mark Hamill have something to do with that? I think.
Yeah, I seen his name attached to it.
Yeah, he's done 2 Stephen King things in the last year or so. So
that's bizarre.
Yeah,
I've never heard of it, and it's a Stephen King thing. I love Stephen King. I never heard of it. Doesn't even sound very goddamn good.
I don't think it was out very long. The only reason I know about it at all is because I follow Mark Hamill, and he mentioned it. That's the only reason I knew about it at all. So.
Yeah. But
Carrie,
what's that?
Oh, go ahead. No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Carrie TV series is coming around next year. It's going to be a TV series. Like I said, I think it's like 8 episodes. Matthew Lillard has a part in it. He's going to be the principal. I seen Heather Graham is like in an episode. The main girl from Prey, the Predator movie with the Native Americans, or the indigenous people.
There you go.
Sorry. Don't mean to offend.
There you go.
Who else did I see that was in there? See, my eyes are going so shitty. A lot of people that he's worked with before. But I found it interesting that they're doing a Carrie TV series, because this will be the 5th time Carrie's been on the screen.
Yes.
They did the original movie.
I must have missed one. Okay.
Yep. They did the original movie with Sissy Spacek. There was the sequel, Carrie 2: The Rage.
Yep.
There was a TV series with Angela Bettis as the Carrie character.
I didn't know.
And it was the one they just released a couple of years ago. I don't even remember the year, and I didn't type it out. But yeah.
Interesting. Okay. They're also confirmed is the Camp Crystal Lake TV series that's going to be
Yes.
on Peacock that takes place. It's a prequel to Friday the 13th. I don't know if the idea is it's going to lead right into the events of Friday the 13th, or if it's going to be a Bates Motel situation where it's going to be their version of the story, and then they can go wherever they want to with it. But with the whole Friday the 13th license, it was on, it was off, it was on, it was off. As of right now, it is on, and it will be happening on Peacock probably a year from now.
That is one thing that I can't stand that they do when they take the original idea and they just it's like they take the concept, oh, a killer in a hockey mask at a camp in the woods. And that's all they use. Everything else is just, oh, let's just fuck it all up. Have you watched any of Welcome to Derry?
No, I haven't. I was kind of waiting because I hadn't seen it. And when this came out, I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait and see how everybody likes Welcome to Derry. And if it's really good, then I'll start Welcome to Derry. Then I'll knock out the two hits.
Pick one or the other, to be honest with you.
Really?
I will say that I am enjoying Welcome to Derry in some regards. Okay. Some of it's cool, but other parts of it, this is a prequel. This happens in the 50s.
That's why I was going to watch it in that order. I'm like, okay, well, once it happens, I know this takes place before the other two, so I can just watch one, watch it all chronologically.
They do shit in this one, in the Welcome to Derry, that they don't even mention in the most recent series, the chapter 1 and 2. Yes. And you're just like, at least I'm thinking, how can this not be fucking common knowledge? This happened at this location. How is this not a fucking story? This main character from chapter 1 and 2, his family lived in Derry, in Welcome to Derry, when this shit's going on. How does he not know about this shit? There's just a lot of things that they're doing with it that they should have addressed in chapter 1 and 2. If they didn't talk about it here, you better not have it back here, or you better have a damn reason for it being back here.
I'm gonna say that there's still episodes. Maybe the
we're up to episode 5.
Loses their memory.
Yeah,
at the very end.
Well, what's funny is I'll give away this much. You leave town and you lose your memory. Legit, what you said, that's true. That's fact.
There you go. Look at that. I haven't even watched it. I figured it out.
Yeah, the further away from town you get, the longer it is, you just tend to forget everything. But some guy comes back he left town when he was a child and specifically came back to find Pennywise. How the fuck are you leaving town and remembering, hey, there's a killer clown. I got to go and get that motherfucker. How? What the fuck? And they even play on that in that guy goes up to some girl he used to have a crush on. And he goes, yeah, I forgot all about you until I got this cease and desist notice from you. You forgot the girl, but you didn't forget the fucking clown? God, fucking...
Why would he have a cease and desist so long after the fact?
That's all I'm giving away. You just have to watch it. I don't want to ruin shit.
Is it worth it? Because now you're not selling it to me. Now, if it's going to be
like I said, I'm enjoying it bits and pieces. I'm enjoying it about 50-50 right now. The stuff that I don't go, now wait a minute, I'm really enjoying. It's good. But they still got, I don't know. I'll let you know at the end of the series if it's worth watching.
Okay.
I wouldn't steer you wrong, Kyle.
I'm sure. I know that the next season, I think, is another prequel to this season.
I hope to God not.
I think they go,
or at least I hope they learn from their fucking mistakes. Or I hope I'm completely wrong and everything resolves itself. And there's a reason why none of this shit has been thought about in the future.
Yeah, no, that's what really bit Star Wars in the butt. They did all the prequels and then they had to figure out why it is. And it's still, if you really think about it, you're like, shouldn't you remember this? And shouldn't you? And yeah, and you've got to kind of say, well, it happened so many years ago that maybe you forgot about it. But it seems like as important as some of these situations were, you'd remember that,
Right,
so
exactly.
yeah.
Now,
And
something that we mentioned and we talked about recently, the Thing prequel did a really good job of that.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
did a
yeah.
great. You could put those two side by side, and it could, not quality wise, but it could flow story wise as one 4 hour long fucking movie.
Yeah. Speaking of the Thing,
Oh God.
so that's another rumor that's out there. And you had a theory about what probably really happened in that conversation. I don't know if we mentioned that on air or not, but go ahead with that.
Well, at a comic convention, John Carpenter was conducting a panel, a Q&A panel, and I think every Q&A panel he has, someone's going to ask him, "What about the Thing sequel?" And his response at this convention was, "Oh yeah, we're working on that."
And
Everyone went, "Oh
immediately,
shit, really?" I personally think John Carpenter's response was, "Yeah, yeah, sure, we're working on it. Yep,
yeah.
you just wait and see." I think it was a sarcastic Carpenter that answered that question. At least I hope to God so.
Yeah. One other thing that we talked about earlier was, and we actually already knew the answer, we just didn't want to ruin the ending of the series, is that there is going to be more Squid Game. There's going to be Squid Game USA, and there's going to be Squid Game various other countries. So I think the next one comes out next year, and you're going to find out that yes, there's more locations of this Squid Game being played, and I don't know if the original people are necessarily writing it or if they're just producing it. I don't know how that's actually coming to be, but they are in fact going to make more Squid Game. There's also going to be a spinoff of Stranger Things,
Oh no,
and
really?
yeah, yep, they're doing a spinoff that's been confirmed by Netflix.
Oh my God.
And there's going to be a third season of Squid Game: The Challenge, which is the reality show version of Squid Game. And I had applied to be on season 2, never heard the thing about it. Then I heard that they were having applications for season 3, and I'm like, well, you never aired 2. 2 just wrapped up last week. They actually had been airing it. And the first episode, I'm like, no, this isn't as good as the last season. But again, it pulls you in. And there's a game on it. One of the games, it is so cool and it's so elaborate that I'm watching it. I'm like, man, they got to put that game in the new series. It's like a shoots and ladders type of thing.
Wow.
And you don't know where the shoots go. So you could be either going down to another thing or you're shot right off the damn game altogether.
Holy
Um,
fuck.
yeah, so if you're a fan of, well, even if you're just a fan of reality shows and you haven't seen Squid Game, watch Squid Game: The Challenge. There's not very many episodes of it, but the drama is about the same, other than the fact that these people aren't dying. But they're still, I mean, they're going to win $4.56 million, and it's set up exactly the same. And it is, and some of these ways that people kind of screw each other are wow. I mean, you don't see some of this stuff coming. So yeah, definitely check that out. And season 3 will be coming next year along with um, Squid Game USA.
Now, is the show, is it strictly game, or do they play a game and then break to have like chit chat time with the
Well,
people?
well, there's a little chit chat time just so you can figure out who the people are,
Okay.
and then they kind of just they only focus on who you really need to know now, because they're like, okay, because there's 456 players, you don't need to know everybody.
God.
And what I didn't like about season 2, though, is season 1 actually starts with red light, green light.
Right.
So everyone's playing, and only half of them make it to the end. The second season starts with one where you have two separate teams and you have a captain of each team, and they do a competition, and whoever wins, their team stays, and whoever loses, their team is done. And what I didn't like about that is there are, 200 plus people that flew all the way out here, took time off work, did all this, and never get to play any games. It's somebody else is playing it for them.
That's not cool.
No, that's not cool. I mean, there's something similar to that in the first one where they don't really have, they're playing Battleship, and they don't have necessarily control over what their destiny is, but they at least have played some other games getting to that point. This one, the very first round, just to get rid of half the people, and they don't get to participate at all. And I thought that was not cool for all of those people that say, oh, I'm going to be on the show, and then you're gone within the first few minutes of arriving.
You're a little more than an extra at that point.
Exactly. That's all you are. Boom, boom, you're gone. So that's my only gripe about season 2 of the challenge. So I hope that's something that they'd look at going into season 3. But it is a really good show, and my wife and I we were binge watching as soon as we realized it was already on the air. We just started. I think we watched 4 episodes in a row. So yeah, it's very good. So look forward to that continuing next year.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna find some time to at least watch an episode and see how it is and see if it hooks me in, because I really like Squid Games.
Yeah, I think it will. I think it'll hook you in just like the series does. Right off the bat, you're like, oh shit. And then the amount of detail they do for this to try to make it as close as to the TV show as possible is amazing. So yes, wow. You will like it.
All right, cool. Well, speaking of Netflix, this is something that just entered into development. Netflix said, yes, we want it. Let's think about Stephen King, and let's think of, besides Carrie, what's a Stephen King movie that we really don't need a fucking remake for? What would be your first guess?
I'm just gonna say The Shining, because we've already had a Shining remake and a sequel. Am I right or wrong?
No, you were wrong.
Okay.
Cujo. Not much happens in fucking Cujo. Why are we remaking it?
Because this time something's gonna freaking happen in Cujo. The whole damn time. We're gonna start with the dog just.
The dog's gonna kill the fuckers in the car, and then he's gonna go on a rampage throughout the town.
Yeah, one person after. It's gonna be like Friday the 13th, but with Cujo.
Yeah,
they're gonna look. The dog's gonna be there. They're gonna blink. The dog's gonna be behind a bush. With his leg up, taking a piss.
He's gonna hump your leg.
Yep.
And then he's gonna rip your leg off. It'll probably be the other leg because he doesn't want to taste.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Let's just move on.
All right.
Cujo is in development. That's about it, really. It's just been announced it's in development. No writer, no director. Although, rumor is, I can't confirm it. Rumor is Darren Aront. Fuck, how do you pronounce his name? Aronofsky.
Sure.
You know who he is. He's like one of those arty farty guys.
I don't know.
He did what movie did he do? He did that one with Jared Leto, Jennifer Connelly, and Marlon Wayans about the drugs, where they were all addicted to drugs, and it showed their different stories.
Was that Mulholland?
No.
No, I don't know.
I don't know either. Fuck it. Tell us in the comments below what the name of that movie was, and maybe you can win a prize.
Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money, or Spaceballs 3, The Search for 2. Those are the two titles that are on the plate. The one, of course, is from the first film itself. The other title was thrown out. I believe it was Mel Brooks's idea when they originally released the first one, and it was just clever because of Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock, and I thought that was a great title, and we even promoted it on our original In the Spotlight show 30 some years ago, and it never happened. Now it actually is in production right now. Mel Brooks, I believe, is 99 years old. He's replaying his roles. Josh Gad, I believe, is writing it with him and producing it. I really like Josh. He's funny, and he's also understands what this means to a lot of people. He says he's also learned a lot because he'll say, "Well, I've learned what's funny," because I'll say something to Mel Brooks, and he's like, "No, that's not funny." And he goes, "Okay, that's not funny." so I hope they do it well. The big caveat for this one, Mel Brooks said that he would not make another Spaceballs unless Rick Moranis agreed to return. He's been retired forever, but he did agree to come back. So he will be reprising his role as Dark Helmet, and I think all the other, at least most of the other living cast members are coming back as well. So I don't know what the story is. I don't know what they're going to parody, or if it's going to be, just its own story. But either way, my fingers are crossed. I'm hoping for the best for this film. I love Spaceballs, and we will soon see. Next year, I think it's going to be coming out next year because they're in production now.
I hope to God it's good. I don't want them to do the search for 2, because that's kind of been done a couple times before, a little bit. Do you ever see the Thanksgiving movies?
No.
About the killer turkey?
No.
They did part 1, and then they did a part 3. They left part 2 out of it completely.
Did they?
Yeah.
Smart.
I've never actually watched these movies.
Remember when we saw House did that shit?
Yeah.
House 2, the second story. Then the horror show, because nobody knew that was supposed to be a House movie until House 4 came out. And we're like, where the hell's House 3? And they're like, well, it was the horror show. I'm like, what the hell is the horror show to do with the House movies? So that was some bullshit. I still don't understand why they did that. But I mean, I ended up watching 1, 2, and 4 back to. I should have watched 3 too, just to see if it really connected in any way, shape, or form. But I don't think it did.
It did not.
Okay, well there you go. Confirmation from the guy who would know. So that was some bullshit.
Big time bullshit.
That was some bull.
Part 2 and 4 were bullshit too.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, well, 1 was really good, and then 2 and 4, and they had their moments. 4 maybe not. 2, I loved John Ratzenberger in 2. He really stole the movie. But beyond that, yeah, that was a weak installment. What else you got?
So part 4 actually did have one thing of interest going for it, and that's that fucking singing pizza. You remember the singing pizza? I'm your pizza man. I'm your pizza man.
Don't forget to eat your favorite pizza, man.
Well, what's funny about that is I'm signed on to do a scene in a movie called Killer Pizza. and the picture of the pizza is very reminiscent of that particular scene in 4. So if you like your pizza killer style, Killer Pizza coming to DVD next year.
And the pizza in House 4 was really killer because do you know whose face that was? Do you know who played the pizza?
Jack Nicholson.
Kane Hodder.
Was it really?
Jason from the quintessential Jason.
Yeah. The frequent Jason.
Yes. That was
the one Jason Hodder. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yep.
All right. Moving on to Scary Movie 6. The Wayans are returning. The original cast is coming back. This is something that was up in the air for a while. Here's the issue I have. I liked Scary Movie 1 a lot. I really did like Scary Movie 1. Scary Movie 2, I didn't like as much, although it did have some scenes that were very funny. Chris Elliott comes to mind, who supposedly is also going to be in the sixth one. So that's interesting. The Wayans only agreed to do the second one. Well, actually, when they were pitched the second one, they were like, "Nope, we did it. We're done. Not making another one." Then they showed him the check. that's what Marlon Wayans said. He's like, "Okay, we'll make another one." They made the second one. They were done. So then David Zucker comes in from Airplane and Police Academy and makes 3, 4, 5, which it's a mixed bag of laughs in those, especially 5. 5 is not good at all. And one of them, I think it's 3. There's 2 different endings. There's the unrated one and the theatrical one. In the unrated one goes on forever. There are so many scenes that they had edited out, and it's a mess. And I mean, there's some jokes in it, but it's still not as nearly as funny as the first 2. But for some reason, I don't understand what's going on here. David Zucker, who had made Kentucky Fried Movie and, like I said, Airplane and Naked Gun, when he did not do Airplane 2. And he's been quoted as saying he didn't even see Airplane 2 because he's like, well, there's no other ideas out there why you could possibly make a sequel. And I'm like, well, there's actually some scenes in the second one I like better than the first one. The whole William Shatner sequence is phenomenal. I love that in Airplane 2. So when the new Liam Neeson came out, he made a big deal about how that they missed the boat with that one, and they just didn't know it. They missed the whole. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
But he's making this big fuss about it, and yet he himself took over the Scary Movie franchise. So it seems like somebody who himself was put in a position to take over sequels shouldn't be bashing the other people who have taken over his movies. He could have made them. He just chose not to. So it's not like you're like the damn studio, they're making movie one. He didn't even want to do the third one. So I think he produced it and had somebody else direct it of the Naked Gun franchise. So now all these years later, he's upset because Seth MacFarlane said, you know what, let's make another one. I just don't get the anger over it, especially because I actually like Naked Gun quite a bit. But I don't understand why he's having this huge fit over the whole thing, unless maybe people had been bashing Scary Movie 3, 4, 5, and that made him like, oh, okay, well, if you guys are going to bash mine, then I'm going to bash yours. But he had already bashed Airplane 2. I mean, it was just a weird thing. And I don't know, this is something I got to provide in the links below. On YouTube, I think it's 16 minutes long, 13 minutes, somewhere in there. There's a comparison of Airplane and the film 0 Hour. Because everybody always thinks that Airplane is a spoof on the airport movies. Right. But Airplane they actually bought the rights for like $2,500 or something for a movie called 0 Hour. It's an old black and white movie. And for 16 minutes, they do a comparison, and it's the same damn movie. 0 Hour and Airplane are exactly the same. Even the sequence where the woman gets upset and they slap her, and the next person comes up and they slap her, that's in the movie.
Oh my God, is it a comedy?
No. And I think that's what they did. They watched it and they're like, oh my God, this is hysterical. And then they added in, the other jokes, coffee? Yes, it is, that type of thing. But you're watching it, you're like, oh my God, the line isn't so long and they've got people with bats and all that ready to smack her. But it's funny because that would be a scene you never would have thought would actually be in the movie. And that actually was in it. And there's like scene after scene after scene after scene. So basically, Airplane is a remake of another movie. They just threw the jokes in. So that's even funnier to me because he's criticizing, like there's no many not other ideas. And like, well, the first movie is basically you took this movie and you just wrote
someone else's ideas.
Yeah, you threw some jokes over the top of it. So I'm like, well, that's what we should do instead of doing like a commentary or something goofy or host a public domain movie. We should remake it as a comedy and say, okay, we don't even have to buy the rights. Let's just, do something like that. So anyway, so Scary Movie 6, original cast members, original directors, original everything, coming next year.
Hold on to that public domain thought.
Okay.
We're going to come back to public domain in a second here.
Okay.
But I got to say, I like the scary movies. Even 5 had some chuckles in it. It's not the best, but
they all have chuckles. Yes, they're all good in their own right, but there's a huge difference.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, it's a sled. You're at the top, and whoosh, somewhere at the bottom you find 5.
But why I don't like the girl from part 1 and 2. What the hell's her name?
Anna Faris?
I don't like her.
Really? I love her. I think she's great.
She plays dumb too good.
Oh yeah. I mean that's I think that's why she didn't want to do 5. I think she was because she started, the thing is she didn't follow that all the way through. Then she was in a series called Mom with Allison Janney, which is a very funny series. And then she quit that one season, early, so that show got canceled. So she's like the female Mandy Patinkin. She starts the show and then bails before it gets to the end of it. But yeah, I really liked her.
She just drives me up the fucking wall. And Chris Elliott, is he the hand guy?
Yeah. To mashed potatoes.
That got on my nerves too.
Really, I love
some of his stuff was funny. Like, well, first I didn't like the way he talked. His talking was annoying. But like, here, let me take my strong hand. That's funny, but get it all in there.
I don't know what they're gonna do with him this time, but yeah,
that's too much.
Bad.
And I think Zucker is just like being an egotist. I think his ego's bruised. That's why he's bashing shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna make did they even approach him to do the new Naked Gun?
Well, I don't think so because he had turned it down a long time ago.
Right.
And then they quit doing it. And then I believe Seth MacFarlane approached them. Actually, there was a couple different versions. Because at one point, Ed Helms was going to be Frank Drebin, but not Junior. That joke was he was going to say, "Hi, I'm Frank Drebin, no relation." So it was just he just happened to be another Frank Drebin. So I don't know if it was the studio coming to them or them going to the studio. I don't know how that all played out. But I wouldn't necessarily, go to Zucker either after, he said he didn't want to do it, then they haven't done it. Right. And of the scary movies, the last 3 were the ones that,
sucked the most.
Yeah. So there were the least popular.
Yes.
So
sorry for offending anybody out there that may have been in. We probably got people from the scary movies 3, 4, and 5 watching this, and they're like, "Fuck those guys! I ain't watching no more." I just turned away scary movie people.
Every movie's got its pluses and minuses. Every movie,
even Balloon Shark.
Those poor Balloon Shark people.
Hey, we're promoting that movie for that.
That's true. I mean, more people probably know, about Balloon Shark because there you go.
So speaking of public,
there's no bad press.
Exactly. So speaking of public domain, we have got Winnie the Pooh in public domain.
Oh yeah,
he's got some horror movies.
Yeah, Blood and Honey.
They got Popeye.
Yep.
They got Bambi.
Fireman. Yep.
They got Mickey Mouse.
Yep.
Oh, Peter Pan's got one.
Okay.
Next up, that's hitting public domain next year, and they have already are working on the movie for it. Betty Boop.
What's this title going to be called?
Boop.
Just Boop.
That's the working title right now. Boop.
All right.
And I've got the plot synopsis here. Yeah.
Okay.
Boop. Go boop your nose. The story follows a group of horror podcasters who become the target of a vengeful, ghostly Betty Boop in an abandoned warehouse. Yes. And I'm posting, you're not seeing it, but I posted a picture here. When this video breaks, there'll be a picture right here in the center.
Mm-hmm.
A still from Betty Boop, like eating someone's intestines or some shit.
It's not.
Did you know the original Betty Boop was Grandma from Christmas Vacation?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I didn't know that at the time. I learned that like the last year, somewhere along the line. I think, yeah. So, yeah.
That's wild.
That is wild.
You got anything else? I got one more thing, but I'll let you get a shot in.
Oh, that's good. That's plenty.
Well,
we're good.
One more thing we got. I've got to mention this one. Did you ever think you'd see Roger Rabbit coming back to the big screen?
I figured it had to happen. Well, there was a sequel written. Well, I think there's a book, actually, sequel. So I just figured it was going to happen, and it just never did. But I understand, yeah, now that the rights have moved over.
Yeah, the rights have been reverted back to the author, whose original book was Who Censored Roger Rabbit. Mm-hmm. That turned into Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And I seen a post today from him. For some reason, I don't even know why it popped up. I don't follow the guy. I've never typed in Roger Rabbit or Jessica Rabbit. I've never done anything.
Oh, I bet you searched Jessica Rabbit.
Well,
at 2:00 in the morning.
Looking over at Stacy. Yeah, she's asleep. Get that blanket pulled up just about right here.
Speaking about rights, 3 more franchises have switched rights. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Ooh, what?
That is now owned by A24. No, I think A24 was going. What the hell? Maybe they did get the rights. All I know is Blumhouse no longer has the rights to Halloween, which now means that most likely Halloween is going to be rebooted again.
Yeah.
Year ago, we saw advertisements for Saw 11. That whole thing then was put on hiatus, and now the Saw rights have moved over. So now that's probably going to get rebooted one way, shape, or form. Originally, Tobin Bell was going to come back. I don't know if they're going to start over or if they're going to continue it. No one said. I love the Saw franchise.
Yes.
But with every one of these, it's risky. Because if you recall, they killed him in the 3rd one. There's been 7 more of these, and he's in most of them. So they keep finding a way to bring him back. Last time they made him, 10 took place between 1 and 2. And, if you watch 1, 10 and 2, there's this age. You can tell.
There's a discrepancy.
You can tell. I mean, it wasn't enough to bother me. I'm like, okay, obviously they're not going to de-age anybody, or they're not going to go through a lot of trouble to try to make these guys look younger. So just put that to the back of your mind and let this thing continue on. But 10 was one of my favorites. I thought 10 was done very well.
Wow.
And yeah, I really like 10. 2 and 10. And 1. Those are my 3 favorites. But anyway, I really liked 10. So I'm like, okay, if you're going to continue like this, then yes, I would like to see Tobin Bell return.
Yeah.
But story wise, you're really running out of ways to bring him in here. So maybe it is time to just start over and let this saw rest. I don't know. I would have said don't make the last one, and then that's one of them I like the best. So,
Right.
but who
I
knows?
liked
So,
10. 10 was good. I wouldn't rank it as my favorite.
no, it's not my favorite. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, because I like 1, I like 10, I like 2, I like 3. I really liked up to, well, 3 was a little iffy at first. And I liked it up till 5. And then I thought the ending of 5 was really good, where it's like, okay, they crushed the thing. They, the evidence is crushed in the box, so you'll never find out what really happened, and the story is over, and the guy gets away with it. And I'm like, wow, that is an awesome way to resolve this. What? What do you mean? There's a 6th one? and then the 7th one. I'm like, oh my god! And then then we got the Chris Rock one, and okay, all right, well, whatever. But for the most part, they're pretty consistent. Every one of them at the end, there's always a surprise. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
As long as they, when that music starts, and I got to tell you, there was a Saw haunted house at Six Flags back here this year.
Right.
My wife and I went in it, and we hadn't even crossed the threshold to get in it. And my wife got petrified. I had a jump scare. I was like, "Oh my god!" I wasn't even fully in the room yet. My wife was stuck in the middle between this character actor and then Jigsaw dead on the floor, and she couldn't move because she was like, "This guy's going to move." I'm like, well, this guy's not real, but this is. And they had to send somebody in to walk us through because my wife was petrified.
Really?
It was really well done. I loved it. It was so, and as soon as you walk in, ding 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 dun dun dun. I mean, there's the playing the music, and you're going through, and they even have it where you think, okay, this is the way out, and as you're going through, the guy in the pig mask comes right at you, and you're like, Jesus, and you're like, oh, that's not the way out. The way out. So you think, oh, this is the safe route, and it wasn't. I mean, they did that so well. I'm hoping they bring it back again next year. It was so well done. So yeah, being a big Saw fan, and it's every room is taken from one of the movies. Yeah. So yeah, I really like that. So yeah.
And who is it? Was it Six Flags you said?
Yeah, Six Flags. A lot of them, they have IPs for the Conjuring universe. They had Stranger Things last year. They didn't have it at our location this year. What was the other one? We didn't go in. Nosferatu. They had that. And what they've done is, depending on how big the park is, they'll have a number of these. So yeah, last year we swapped one for 2 more, and then they also had another one that was like 6 different movies that are fictional films, but you can tell that they're based on this is kind of like the Friday the 13th movie, and this is kind of like the ghost movie and whatever. So as you're walking through this, you're getting different movies, and to get in, you actually go in their theater, and their theater is showing the trailers for these fictitious movies, and then you go in, and then all of a sudden you start experiencing the stuff that's in the trailer. And I'm like, wow, this is really well thought out. So
wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so if you got a Six Flags anywhere near you, check it out next year and see which ones they might have, because they have like 6 to 8 different haunted houses, and you buy a pass for like, I don't know, $50, and then you get access to all of them. I've got season pass way, so you still have to pay to get into the haunted houses. But I loved it, man. It was so much fun.
Yeah, we've got Six Flags right around the corner here, and
oh, do you?
They no, not Six Flags. We got Kings Island. I'm sorry, Kings Island.
Kings
Kings
Island.
Island. I mean, yeah, they do the spooky shit, but they don't do any of this franchise stuff. Because someone else does it too. I thought.
Ours didn't before. They just started it. Well, one of the best shows I've ever seen was Universal Studios. Universal Studios Hollywood. I don't know why they still have it, but they still have the Waterworld show. So that movie bombed, and they're still doing a show for it all these years later. But at Halloween, they drop it and they turn it into a Purge show.
Oh wow!
And it is good because they'll take like it's a fake crowbar, but they'll hit somebody and they'll fly and blood goes flying into the audience and explosions are going off and people are falling into the water, in flames.
Oh wow.
And then one guy, they ripped his arm off and blood goes. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, it was so awesome. They were like,
wow.
Time. But I'm like, if I were them, I would keep this show all year long.
Yeah,
it is so good, and they do a remarkable job with that. So, and I'm a fan of the Purge movies too.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, so that's definitely a must see if you're in the Anaheim area. Come Halloween time.
Yeah, I don't see that happening anytime soon, but God, I'd love to go there. Because I love the Purge movies. Even the last one where, what was it, Forever Purge?
Yeah.
I even love that one.
Yeah, that's the thing. But both Purge and Saw, they've got their ups and downs a little bit. But for the most part, they're pretty consistent. Even the series. We saw both seasons of the series. I really like the series, too.
Yeah.
So,
I haven't watched the second season. I watched the first season.
I think the first season is better than the second season, but the second season is still pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, first season got Fiona Dorff in it, so there's high caliber acting right there.
You got anything else for us?
No, I don't think so. No. Going over my list. No, that would be all I have for this special edition of news.
Well, thank you all for watching in the spotlight. I hope you have a happy holiday. Coming up in the weeks ahead, we have, I don't know what order you're going to edit these on.
Well, this is going to be, I'm going to try to get this done for Friday, for Black Friday.
Okay.
And then next week, wait a minute. Do we have, Rocky for this Friday, right?
Is Rocky this week? I think at this point we're not really hitting dates anyway. So,
well, we can hit Rocky first. No, we want to hit this first because it's news.
Yes, news you can use.
So we'll do this one for Friday, and then Rocky Wednesday of next week.
Okay. Well, people are sitting there with bated breath to find out what we think of. Because they've been waiting 40 years to watch Rocky 4, and now they're like, okay, well, once we tell them whether or not they should see it, then they'll be able to finally catch up on the entire franchise. So
exactly.
So we don't want to steer them wrong. So we got Rocky 4, we got Spies Like Us, we're gonna have Jewel of the Nile, we're gonna have Clue, we're gonna have non-traditional Christmas movies. And so much more to wrap up 2025. For John Horton, I'm Kyle Pierson, and you've been watching In the Spotlight.
Stop the bad guys and get the girl. Rad superhero saving the world. Get scared, fight for your life. Stay away from the psycho dude with the knife. Yeah, everything go wrong, that can go wrong, and it's funny as hell, make us laugh so long. Fall in love and start a romance. Grab your partner for this heartfelt dance. Underdogs coming for the win, and Exorcist make your head spin. There's wise Jedis and dirty Klingons racing so fast, boy, you better hang on. Head back to the future, back to the past. Don't let them rowdy punks karate your ass. Gang of thieves toys come alive. Dinosaurs and zombies and top secret spies. Movies so plenty you can watch all night, and all of them gonna be in the spotlight. Movies so plenty you can watch all night, and all of them gonna be in the spotlight. Movies so plenty you can watch all night, and all of them gonna be in the spotlight. Movies so plenty you can watch all night, and all of them gonna be in the spotlight. Movies so plenty you can watch all night, and all of them gonna be in the spotlight.
Just in case you thought we forgot, the countdown to Anaconda. That's right, the Countdown to Anaconda. It's this many days until Anaconda in theaters this Christmas.